Hello students, today I am going to take chapter 3 in human reproduction, male reproductive system. Topics to be covered: male reproductive system, female reproductive system. So, in that, actually reproduction is the process by which living organisms produce new organisms similar to themselves. So, in that, humans are sexually reproducing viviparous, and these reproduction events in humans, it happens as sperms in male and ovum in females, and fusion of male and female gametes leading to formation of zygote. It is followed by formation and development of blastocyst. Before that, in male reproductive system, suppose male puberty in human beings, period during which the rate of general body growth slows down, reproductive tissues start maturing, that is called adolescence. A human male reaches puberty at 13 to 14 years. A female reaches same around 11 to 13 years. So changes observed during the puberty: in male, thick hair growth under armpits, genital area, facial area, and a change in voice, occasional penis enlargement, whereas in female it will be different. In female, it will be start of menstrual cycle during 11 to 13 years, breast enlargement, hair growth under armpits and genital area. Sexual reproduction, the general process is gametogenesis, the gamete transfer, male to female gametes, both undergoes fertilization. The development of embryo will happen. From embryo, zygote will form. So, first one we are going to learn about today, the male reproductive system. In this page number, they gave diagrammatic sectional view of male pelvis showing reproductive system, front view and side view. So the parts will be, each part will be testis, scrotum, epididymis, vasa deferens, urethra, penis. And the glands responsible for reproductive are prostate gland, seminal vesicles, and Cowper gland. So, in this, first we are going to learn about testis, which is this one. This is testis, is plural is testis, whereas singular is TIS, testis. So it occurs in pairs, two sides it will be there. It produces sperms. So produce it a male hormone from this, which contains testosterone. And next part we are moving into, after testis, the scrotum. The side, the down extension of abdominal cavity containing testis, which protect the testis. This protects this testis, the skin. So it maintains temperature lower than body temperature. Next is epididymis. So epididymis will be inside view here, upper layer. See here, it will be there. You can see. Whereas I will show the section of this in the another diagram. So this epididymis, complex tube-like structure in scrotum. which stores sperms, help in passage of sperms. So this will help in passage of sperms. Next one is vasa efferentia or vasa deferens. This part, vasa deferens. Where is this vasa deferens? This part. So what is the function of this vasa deferens? You can see vasa deferens, tube-like structure emerging. This is a tube-like structure which is emerging from lower part of epididymis, which opens into ejaculatory duct. So next is penis. Penis, this one, penis. So we are going to learn about this now. This is a muscular copulatory organ which discharge sperms when stimulated. This is male external genitalia. This is enlarged end of penis, that is called glans penis, and foreskin covers, this foreskin covers the glans penis. So next one is urethra. Urethra, this one. So this urethra, it is a tube-like structure. Common passage for both sperm and urine. Urine comes out of that. So it originates from urinary bladder. This bladder, urinary bladder, yellow-like structure. So opens into exterior through an opening, urethral meatus. So next one is, in that only the glands are present. There will be different kind of glands which are doing different functions. First one is prostate gland. This one is prostate gland. Whereas in this diagram, see, it is clearly seen this prostate gland. So this prostate gland secretes milky fluid that helps in sperm mobility. Next one is seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle here and this one. These yellow color glands which look like pancreas also. The function of this gland is this produce viscous fluid which helps in sperm mobility in female. This also exists in pairs, two pairs. So next one is Cowper's gland. Cowper's gland. They didn't give here, but this is one important gland. This is bulbourethral, that is also exocrine gland, which exists in pairs. It secretes mucus to lubricate female passes, helps in lubrication of penis, termed as bulbourethral gland. Next part is internal structure of only this testis. We are going to learn about internal structure of the testis, which is a side part. They have given only testis part, this structure. See clearly this structure. This contains testicular lobules. These are testicular lobules. Seminiferous tubules, male germ cells, and Sertoli cells, Leydig cells, which is here they gave Sertoli cells. There are different kind of spermatozoa, spermatogenia, interstitials. These functions are, when you are learning about these, I am going to tell now, these testicular lobules, each small segment inside the testis. This approximately 250 lobules exist in testis. So next is seminiferous tubules. So seminiferous tubules, highly coiled tubular structures inside the tubules. Sperms produced inside this 1 to 3 exist in lobule. So next one is male germ cells. These are the germ cells which we are going to learn how the production will be. This is diagrammatic section of seminiferous tubule. So here we are going to learn about these These male germ cells form inner lining of seminiferous tubules, undergo meiosis to form sperms, termed as spermatogenia, process of sperms forming. So next is Sertoli cells. These are the Sertoli cells. See here closely, there will be, this is very important, 1 mark question they are asking, what are Sertoli cells, what is Leydig cells. This form inner lining of seminiferous tubule which provide nourishment to male germ cell. So there will be Leydig cells here only. These cells outside seminiferous tubule, these are interstitial cells which synthesize and secrete androgens. Next is Retitestis, network of tubules, provides site for fluid reabsorption. It carries sperms from seminiferous tubule, and Vasa afferentia. So, next one, Vasa afferentia, afferent duct, connect Retitestis to initial secretion of epididymis. This is about the whole male reproductive system. They give for 5 marks question. You can please draw the diagram and write the answer with explanation. Suppose if they ask for 3 mark, 4 mark, then only diagram and little explanation is enough. After this, we next move on to female reproductive system. Thank you.